white socks, but I'll wear white socks if the need be, simply because
Change of tactics?
I don't care. You can't care, Gal.
Well, change of tactics with the seats, isn't it? It was just...
I like what they've
Yeah,
done.
well, you were blocking me the other day, weren't you?
I feel like... No, well,
you were blocking the money shop.
It was when I walked in, when I was looking at it the other day, I thought, we're actually a bit like, sort of like playing in straight lines, aren't we?
Yeah, we were.
A bit of a...
Bit like England, isn't it? Bit predictable. Bit like England's midfield, very predictable. Sideways, backwards. Off your phone.
Right,
We're
Jill.
chatting.
No,
I know.
just got
Look,
to send something to
look,
Jill.
phone's away.
Where's
No,
Jill?
send something to Jess.
Where's Jill?
My Jess.
You don't need to speak. You're speaking to us. So rude.
I'm not speaking.
What do you need to check with now?
Because I was winding her up, and so I've got to make her understand I was only joking.
Say it to her tonight.
No, I understand now.
Nev, your phone.
No, it's good. I need my phone on for the show.
What?
For information.
Information.
I've just been looking whether bananas are good for you after you've had a drink, and they are. They give you potassium and B12.
I had one already this morning.
B12 is good.
A banana.
B12. I like B12.
Hey, guys.
B12's quite...
Yeah.
They haven't talked about B12, and I'm not quite sure what it actually
I've got a new seat.
Oh, look at you.
Jeez.
Yes, Jill.
Hurry on.
I'm having a bit of a midlife crisis. What age can you not wear high-top trainers?
What's high-top trainers
What do you mean?
Do you mean basketball boots?
Like these, like high-top?
They're nice. They're
Oh.
nice. You look
Jill,
smart.
those are really cool, man.
I know, but what age do you think you have to stop wearing
How old are you
them?
now, though, Jill?
37.
No chance. You're older than that, surely. Jesus.
Jill.
Me and you aren't friends in Berlin. Can I ditch him as a friend?
I think you look smart.
Jill, you look always...
You look really
you always
We nearly did last night,
Jill's
Jill,
always
didn't we?
well-toned.
Yeah.
Doing it in Germany as well, I think. Just sort of...
Oh, here we go. To do it in the rain. Do it in the sun.
Semi-final.
Germany.
Final.
Something drastic is needed. I think that if they play like they have been doing, they will get beat.
Adidas have got a billboard with "You've got this," and he did it.
God, use all the, like, glass half empty. We're winning, jump in the car, fly back, fresh for stick to football.
He joined us late for a meal last night. and
Yes, he was
He
late.
was very agitated.
What was up with your boss? What was wrong? Because I weren't about. That's what it was.
You were so
you
mad
know-
last night.
Was I?
Yeah,
He was
really
so
mad.
agitated.
No, do you know what? Please,
You were angry.
trust me.
Can we have an apology for last night's behaviour?
Come on, bro. What was it? What happened? What happened?
Apology.
Me, Karen,
I wasn't angry with you.
Kaz is actually still scared
Did he
this
do one of
morning.
those things where everything's all right and then he just bam, blasts
Oh,
off?
no, he walked in like that. He had a incident on Ryanair.
Yeah.
I
that
don't.
can
Do you know
happen.
what? I don't even want to talk about it. It's not even a nice story.
Is it depressing?
You know, it's I put it this way: for most of the flight, I just prayed.
Seriously?
Yeah, just prayed for a bit of peace for me and the people who were annoying me. I did
It's the best way around it. It's the best way around
But it
it.
wasn't really working.
No,
You know
but
what
you
you
were
need?
I'm
really
not gonna get any peace
agitated.
there. No.
You know what you need? You need to get those headphones that just cancel
No,
everything
no,
out.
this would no. I was trying that. I had my earphones in, but it was coming at me.
What happened? Was they bothering you? Were they just bothering you?
Yeah.
You needed a bodyguard.
Wow.
Bloody hell, did Germany do big bananas? Look at the size of that.
No, it's big.
Did you get your makeup right? Am I the only one getting makeup? Nev, have you been done?
I've been done.
Less
I've
is
not
more.
been
I've
done
got hay
to
fever. I haven't got a hay fever tablet.
Nev makes out he had like 4 bottles of wine. You had 2 glasses.
Yeah, he did.
And I was in a good mood.
Jill,
When
that's
I
a
got into the
complete
restaurant,
lie,
you know
Jill.
when you're a bit late and you've had a stressful... I think, Jill, what did you say when I walked in? Oh, you're late or something like that, as if I could do something about the flight.
Yeah, but
So you
when
didn't
we're
know.
late, when we're late, you proper kick off.
No, I
doesn't
don't.
he?
Not if you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, but I didn't know you couldn't do anything about it till you told us you couldn't do anything about it.
Well, you
Then
know I was on a
felt bad.
flight. You know,
Yeah.
you know,
To be fair to Gary yesterday with his drinks, you did order 1 gin and tonic, 1 white wine and 1 red wine.
What? You mix that? Is that what you did? And how do you feel this morning?
Thanks,
I feel
Ronaldo.
a bit woolly.
Why'd you do that? You don't mix drinks like that, girl.
Thank you.
White
Are you a
wine,
drinker, girl?
red
Are you
wine.
Right, you've not been
I've
done
not
yet.
been
Yeah,
drinking
do
on this
right
trip
You
at
need
all,
to
'cause I just-
I'm sorry. Did I
focused.
blank you in there or something? I'm so sorry. Let me do it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't pick them 3 drinks, would you? Gin and tonic, white wine,
But
red wine.
you know
Can't
what I did-
mix like that.
You know what I did to the restaurant last night? The 3 of you were sitting there. I bet you were looking going, you obviously needed my company because you looked all a bit flat. You know what I mean? They were like...
We were
And they
having a
expected me
great
to lift the
time.
mood, and I just had an argument on the flight, so... And then it got worse because they were slagging people off.
It's the worst atmosphere at a meal I've ever
You were
had.
slagging
We
You know
weren't
who
slagging
off.
people.
You are.
Who?
It was just slagging off.
No, we weren't
we don't
slagging
do-
off.
It was like one of the greatest players ever.
No, we weren't slagging
weren't
off.
slagging
You're
off.
slagging him
We
off.
weren't.
Why? Are you
We-
backtracking
no,
now?
we
Are you
weren't-
backtracking?
We weren't slagging him
That's-
off.
what does
We
that
were
mean?
saying
They were
that
slagging the
when
one of the greatest
Ronaldo
ever.
broke down, there was still extra time to go, penalty. So we just thought it was
Was that
a
the
bit,
right emotion?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're dealing with. You're talking to a very emotional guy, right? But we're dealing with somebody. It means a lot to him, Gal. It's like people say, "Is that the right time? When is the right
Yeah,
time?"
exactly.
To break
You
down?
don't pick or choose.
No, you
do
can't pick because when an emotion hits you and when it catches you, that's it. It still means everything to this guy to win.
Yeah.
It means everything to them to see that he wants to do everything to win. And you know, when he missed and that he broke down, I felt for him because I said, you know what, I'd probably be me. I'm that guy. I'll probably break down as well because it means so much. I think it still shows that somebody that has clocked football, right? Okay, he hasn't won the World Cup, but in respect of everything what you kind of go into the game for, you probably think that Ronaldo's got it, hasn't he? And the man is still. It means that much to him to
Yeah.
score a penalty to get his country through. That's what.
But at
people
the end of
look
the
past
game,
those things.
at the end of the game, when they needed to come together and obviously get ready for extra time, everyone's consoling him. I was like, you've still got time to win the game, put things right.
And he did put it right.
Yeah, he did. He did
You know what,
well.
he
but
scored his
would-
penalty.
Yeah,
but
he
what you
did.
mustn't.
Wrighty.
Yeah, go on. What you mustn't gloss over is what he means to the players and why he can be like that, and the players will all come to him. Because as the years gone by, the man's done everything for him. He's actually put Portugal, with all the great players they've had as well, he's the one that's put Portugal worldwide on the map. They're proud of him.
Yeah.
They love him.
Have you ever cried in a game? Have you?
Yeah, Jesus, I did.
In a game?
I remember I got, it was the semi-finals in the Cup Winners' Cup, Paris Saint-Germain, and I'd done just a silly tackle. It's just, you know, even when I look back now, it's just stupid. It's really stupid.
Did you cry? After the game or during the
yeah,
game?
You got sent off?
I didn't get sent off, it was just the booking.
He knew he'd be
so
suspended.
I missed the final.
Oh.
I missed the final.
In that moment, though, are you thinking that I'm going to miss that next game? Because I
Yeah.
remember getting booked and I missed the semi-final of the Euros, but because we still had that game to win, I thought the next game
Yeah.
might not even happen.
That's the thing. Like,
Were you crying on the pitch or afterwards?
No, I just burst out crying
On the pitch?
Yeah. It's just, you know what, again, this is why with Ronaldo, so I could totally understand, is because you think that, you know, the team that needs you, and it was a stupid challenge. I'm running back with this fella, Alan Roche, and it's down the line, and I've done a sliding tackle on him, booked, and I thought to myself, every time I see it.
Remember Gaza? No one criticised Gaza when he cried,
Oh,
did
yeah,
it?
yeah. Because
You know-
when it hits you, it hits you.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking, though, obviously, Gaz was a young player at the time. This is obviously the captain. And I suppose it's through your experiences of what leadership looks like in your career that you've had, and all the leaders that I had at United, or whether it be even with England, with, you know, Tony Adams, they were quite selfless leaders in the sense that they wouldn't cry whilst a game was going on, and they wouldn't demonstrate what would be individual emotion whilst the team was still battling to win a game. It's just, I'm being really clinical here. So when you see someone like that, and I accept different cultures, different personalities, different people, when I saw Diogo Dalot having to sort of, if you like, pick up Ronaldo, I thought, to me, the leader should be picking up everybody else. You understand what I mean? I
But
know,
sometimes the leader needs.
I get that. I just thought it was a strange time to cry with 15 minutes to go like Jill, because the leaders that I've played with during my career, and to be fair, I played with Ronaldo, so there's no sort of like, you know,
Yeah.
I think he's a phenomenon. I just thought that, you know, you, Steve Bruce, Eric Cantona, Brian Robson, Tony Adams, Stuart
But I think
Pearce,
it's nice for these.
all these people wouldn't,
I know-
they would, the
Different
team,
character,
the
totally.
collective.
Yeah, but isn't it nice to see, like the lads you've mentioned there, or the other sports people I've seen kind of break down? I'm including, obviously, Katie Taylor, brilliant boxer.
Yes.
Upset. We've seen boxers, we've seen cricketers, I've seen golfers. And it's very rare, really, that people kind of drop their guard. But I think it's good when they drop their guard because, again, you're on about perception of leaders as if they're amazing, they've got all the answers. So when you see these flaws in them, you go, I like to see that as well. It was unusual for a player to break down again. Again, it probably won't happen for another long time. But he did recover. And I think it's good to see people like Ronaldo and other people out there, the so-called leaders, have flaws. We saw Ronaldo a little bit towards the end of United when he was taken off. We see players week in, week out. Big players get upset and you go, but it goes to show, I know we were arguing the other day about it. These leaders and these top people that we think, they're vulnerable and they get upset.
Sometimes
And
they
have
should
you
go, yeah.
cried or just made people cry?
But when I see
When
people
was
like
last
that, but when I see people crying like
When was
that,
last
I
time
don't.
you- when would you cry?
Let me finish. When I
You
see-
don't want me to ask.
He doesn't want
But when I
him to.
see people crying in sports, I don't think any less of them.
No.
No,
I'm not saying it's the right time or wrong, but I don't think any less of them.
No, I don't think the less of them either. So in terms of just when would you have cried in sort of like in your life? When was the last time you
Career.
cried?
No,
Last-
no.
Last night,
Why?
Why?
my daughter done a video, and I thought it was really lovely.
Can
Oh.
you show us the video?
You've seen it?
Yeah, it's a really
Yeah,
good
yeah.
video. It
Show
is
us
a
the video.
really
Send
good
it to you.
video.
Send it to me.
It
Yeah.
is
Send it to you.
good.
To be honest,
Yeah, but you've obviously not checked it.
You never
you know, I'm
sent it
really.
to
I
me.
did, I sent
you know
it to you.
something, Roy? I'm really pleased to hear that because
Yeah.
You've not sent it to me.
I when
sure
I
I have.
watched it,
Yeah.
it moved.
Yeah.
It moved.
Sure.
it
I
moved.
can't cry. I find it so
Right,
hard
on what,
to cry.
on what group?
Why?
I don't know. You know, the only thing that makes us cry.
What groups are you in?
Have you watched the Ghost movie where the penny goes
you've
up the
sent it.
door?
Yes.
Bawl my eyes out.
Why?
I don't know. I just can't cry.
No, that's silly.
Oh, chill.
Especially
silly.
when,
Oh my
especially
God. Right,
when
I've got
I
it.
think I've got to be crying.
No, I'm not
I'll
gonna answer.
overthink it.
I would definitely notice
No,
that.
but you can't
No, it's in,
overthink. You know what?
No, I've sent
It's
it to you.
funny because I was.
Gary, no, let me check.
I was
I'm on
speaking
3
to-
groups.
Hang on a
with you.
minute. Let's.
So go on, Wrighty.
No, I was what's it? Is even the other day, that film with Barbara Hershey and Bette Midler, Beaches. You know, just watch that if you can't cry. Just watch it and just watch it in its entirety. Just watch it
Okay,
and to let the emotions take you over. I watched that the other day because I don't know what was.
What about that
just made- I
cartoon
just
we
wanted
went
to
to the
cry.
other day? Inside Out.
Oh, did that make you cry?
I
Cried
had
the
hay
film Inside
fever.
Out.
He's
I
acting
had
like he
hay
weren't
fever.
crying. I heard him crying.
Hay fever.
No,
Do you know
he's
why
saying he had
he
hay
can't
fever.
send you?
You know what? As well, we sat where there was one seat, there was one between, and then another seat, and then I remember there was
No,
a
I
bit in
wasn't.
it.
You were.
You know what it was? We can't give spoilers, but like I think it was, you know, I can't give spoilers.
cried in a movie.
Watching Inside Out 2,
I
which is
wasn't
a
crying.
kids' movie.
You know something?
He was.
I can tell. That's the lion's
You know
spur.
why? Because
That's the lion's
you know the
spur.
thing is, girl, is that I could hear the snippet. He's not got hay
I have
fever.
hay fever.
He's not got hay
Swear.
fever,
Not
right?
in the cinema.
There's that bit in
On
the
the way to
film.
the cinema.
Everybody who watches that film, I'll guarantee everybody who watches that film, if you watch that film and there's a certain bit at the end that comes in, you know what I'm talking about, like anxiety and joy and all that stuff. If you can watch that and you don't break down, you know what I mean, bam. But if you
You're
do break
heartless.
down, just send us
sent you the
a
video.
bunch of flowers send us a bunch of flowers.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, I sent you
Do you
that.
want...
I'm on WhatsApp.
see.
You've not 20 years. You
What's
know
that?
I'm not
Let
in
me see.
WhatsApp.
You've got back to me once
is
on
it?
it.
WhatsApp.
Do you know why he can't send you it now? Because he turns his mobile data off
I'm
when
trying
he's
to just
abroad.
Sorry.
Save
I didn't
money.
send it to you, but
But like
on
that, there's a
WhatsApp,
bit in
yeah.
there's
I
a
don't
bit
get
in that
WhatsApps.
film, Jill, again.
Yeah.
If you watch it, and it's so clever because those films are layered, those films for kids, because then you can go and watch it with young kids and explain to them. And it kind of explains life and stuff, what
Emotion.
happens in emotions. And it's brilliant because what it shows with those emotions is that a young girl is going from a certain time in her life to the next phase in her life, where then she's starting to deal with anxiety and different kind of emotions, you know, and all the stuff that comes. And it's just beautifully put together. It's an amazing film.
Do you want to go tonight? So you for cry?
I wasn't crying, you were crying.
You know something? He was crying.
I was not
and you know what it
crying.
made me? You know what it made me? I felt like a proud dad.
I knew you
I
were
felt like a
emotional.
proud dad.
I knew you were emotional, but I didn't realise Roy was.
I wasn't.
He
He's
is
lying.
emotional. He is emotional. And this is what's beautiful because, like you're saying, about there's certain times when things
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
catch you. That's what happened to Ronaldo.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. If you watch the highlights reel of my career, you'd see the tackles, the trophies, and the very occasional goal. But you wouldn't see the graft, the mistakes, or the mental struggles to get where I did. If you scroll through social media, comparing your life to others, it's easy to think that everyone else has it figured out, when that's very rarely the case, and it's certainly not the full picture. Comparison can really take a toll on our mental health, but BetterHelp are on a mission to break you out of that cycle. They're the world's largest therapy service with a huge team of licensed therapists ready to help you take charge of your mental health. And with BetterHelp, it's all online and works to a schedule that works for you. Take a quick questionnaire and you're matched with a licensed therapist straight away. You can switch therapists anytime for no extra charge. The positive coping skills I learned in therapy were a game changer for me in my career, and I still use them to this day. So stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/STF today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/STF. Let's move on to Jude Bellingham, because he showed a different emotion at the end of the game where he was the who else.
Yeah.
What did he do as a celebration?
Was it like...
The other one?
What's the,
the
oh, yeah,
other
the other
one?
one.
What was the other one?
The other one that's been investigated by FIFA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you got to be careful with all that stuff. Not that stuff, but that. Then you got to be careful. You're always walking a fine line because you just have to do that. And is it all about him a bit?
Careful with what the who else stuff.
Yeah, that stuff where players might go, hold on a second.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, but then...
Well, again, we're criticising everybody.
You know, but it's not even... Yeah, but the thing is that what we got to sometimes do, you see, a personality like Jude and the way he's been managed up to this point, you know, with the... Probably with the psychologist and everything what he's done, he's in a place like... He reminds me of an American athlete, how they're so invested in themselves. They've got so much faith in themselves. They're so confident in what they're doing. And this is why, when they ask him about the script, and we as English people, we don't accept that kind of person. We don't accept that kind of like, wow, he's having himself. And where you should, because he's shown in adversity, you know what, I'm going to go and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I believe myself, I will do it. So why then you're going to come into an interview afterwards and say, yeah, well, you know, and go the other way. You've got to project. If that's where he is and he can deal with maybe the side looks from this one or the journalists or people saying, oh, he's a bit this, he's a bit that, then that's fine.
Do you know sort of where I sort of think about it is, I think it's fine to demonstrate sort of any emotion or any little bit of, you know, because I think all football players have an ego, all sports people have an ego. You have to be out there on that pitch. But is he popular with his teammates? And is he grounded and not letting anything not getting carried away? So they're the two things. If he's actually in control of everything, he's popular with his teammates, he's not getting carried away, I'd say go for your life.
Why does he have to be popular with his teammates?
Why does he have to be like that, guy?
Do you have to be popular with your teammates?
I think
the key is that they respect you.
That's it.
And you're a team player.
But that's what I mean.
Whether they like you or not.
No, what I mean
Did you like everybody you played with? Did you?
No. But I think team player is like a big one. I think that was just an overpour of emotion. I think last minute we were just about to go out. I think just all these emotions just came out, and he does seem to get a lot of last-minute goals.
But Ronaldo gets criticised.
Yeah, but that's kind
still
of
emotions.
like last.
Still emotions,
yeah, it is. It is.
The thing is, we've got to learn to embrace the fact that somebody can, like what he done. You know, he's coming to it. You know, listen, Adidas have got a billboard with "You've got this," and he did it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like this is a guy. What they're putting everything on to say. He's the guy. It's gonna, and he was the 85 seconds. People were leaving the stadium.
What did he say when he scored?
Who else?
Who
else? Yeah.
Who else?
But right,
But why would? Can I ask you something? So if you scored a big goal, to me that wouldn't even cross your mind to say you'd be with your team, because obviously scoring goals is the best part of football.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine you'd have something in your head to say, I'm going to say, who else? You'd be busy with your teammates going berserk and crazy. So that's the bit I'd be going, hold on a second. Again, you always want a fine line, but being a bit cocky.
Is it the same thing when the point to the back of the shirt goes? That's just like, who else?
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is that what we've got to accept, right? And it's up to you to accept it, because he's obviously able to deal with what comes from saying that who else, is the fact that that's where he is. He can deal with that. And he can say that because he's confident enough. I don't mind him exuding that confidence.
Are we a little bit concerned about him?
I'm not.
You're not?
Absolutely not concerned at all, because for him to play, like he's played in the 2 games before that, you know, and still, like I said, he continues to show, he continues to work hard, he continues to get amongst it, scores the winner. He's somebody that will continue to try and get it done.
Yeah.
And he's still learning.
21, Gal.
We can
21.
We can sit here and kind of...
Are you a little bit concerned about him?
For his performance?
Only the amount of games you mean? The amount of games he plays?
You have to just generally,
you have to keep an eye.
The whole thing around
you have to
him.
keep an eye on him, is that kind of behaviour, a little bit, of course. But he's a young kid. Listen, we were 21, make mistakes on and off the pitch, so he's entitled to make them few mistakes. As long as, again, he's got the right people behind him, and they're helping him, and he will make mistakes.
I'm only concerned the amount of games he might play, Roy.
Jill?
I'm not worried about
Him
that.
That's going to be there. Sorry, that's all going to be there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just, I think if he's delivering in them moments, you probably do get a little bit of extra credit in terms of that. But maybe him and Ronaldo went on a cinema date to Inside Out and feel like they can now show their emotions, maybe.
I'm having, to be honest, got a lot of respect for both of them. Obviously, he's 21, and he's got a long road to go. But like what we're seeing is we're seeing a different English footballer, global footballer now, who's got an American attitude towards the way he's doing this. His management team, the way they've managed him, what he's done. You know, we've just got to see how this unfolds.
Yeah.
You have to see how it unfolds because I'm quite excited about it.
If he keeps scoring in the last minute,
Exactly.
I'm like getting us through.
Unfortunately, that's the way the game is, isn't it?
Well, moving on to England,
Oh,
we have a quarter-final.
I'm going to the game.
Yeah.
I'm going as a
Excited?
fan, yeah, I'm so excited. But I just seen a message as I was walking in saying England set to really mix things up and change the formation. I just seen a message, so I'm hoping. Do you think we'll change the formation?
Well, that's what everyone's talking about.
News has just broken in the last sort of few hours that there is a feeling that there could be a change to 3 at the back,
Yeah.
and that there could be some quite sort of drastic changes to the system and to personnel. Now, I'll be honest with you, I think it's needed. Something drastic is needed. I said the other day, I think that if they play like they have been doing, they will get beat.
Yeah.
They have to do something that just ups it a little bit and changes the dynamic of the performances. So, are we buying into the fact that we're changing system and going to 3 at the back?
Yeah, I think so, because I think nothing changes if nothing changes, and we've kind of been like surprised at the fact that we're getting the same performance, but we're doing the same thing.
yeah.
So, yeah, I think it definitely. I'm excited
Yeah,
by
but you've
3
been
at
saying,
the back.
yeah.
Well,
You've been-
Definitely.
yeah.
But everyone always then says Garrett's not really willing to change that much. So why would he all of a sudden go to 3 at the back when they've had the results? Not the performances, but they've had the results.
Mark Gay's out.
Gay,
Maybe
yeah.
that might
Gay's
fall
out.
something in-
Okay,
that might
maybe
fall
that's played
something.
into it. Maybe.
Maybe
Is Trippier
Trippier's
in?
out.
Yeah.
Is Shaw ready? Because they're saying he's fit now, so...
I think if he wants to test Shaw, it's
Wing back would be easier,
Wing
wouldn't
back
it?
is better than
Yeah.
doing it at full back, and also it gets Trent Alexander-Arnold back in on that right hand side, and you get some delivery from both sides on
Yeah.
balance.
It's only a matter of time before you mentioned Trent, wasn't it? You love getting him into every conversation.
But
Do you
like,
want
Trent's
him
gonna
to
fix
Why do you
play?
like Trent though?
Why do you like Trent? I think he's a decent player. Yeah, but obviously
Decent though.
No, better than decent. Yeah, of course. Sorry, but you're on about a wing back.
I think at right wing
Yeah.
back, and I think then it'll be Walker,
Of course.
Stones,
Konza.
Konza.
But I don't think Trent can fix everything. That's why everyone's hanging their hat on Trent. I think, listen, he's good, but I don't think he'd fix all of England's problems, obviously. But at wing back, yeah, you can see it because you've got that quality in the ball. Absolutely.
Gareth moved systems in the Euros
Yeah.
between 3 and a 4 at times. Last Euros when we got to the final, so it's not the first time he's done it. He must feel like there is a change needed.
Or it's been forced on him, like the couple of injuries. And that's what happens to management. Sometimes you end up in a system, you go, really, that was kind of forced on me.
and then it
And it works out well.
Do you think he'll go 2 up top or not? Tony and Keane, or Watkins and Keane?
The supposed team I saw was Kane and Bellingham, and then in midfield it was Mainu, Rice, and Foden.
Foden.
Oh, okay. Okay. But do you not think this is an ideal time to put like Gordon, Palmer or Saka, because they've got wing backs, haven't they, which is their strength? Do you not think we need to pin them back a
I still
bit?
think he'd be thinking these players, the benefit for them, his mindset must be off the bench. They'll have an impact off the
think?
bench. Well, it must be his mindset. Because when you think of the teams, again, I don't know the stats since the tournament started, players off the bench, because it's been a long season, I think there's been a bigger influence and a bigger impact from players coming off the bench, John. I'm including England. Even for England's winning goal the other night, Tony, just find little details, lads coming out when everyone's a bit flat. This end of a long season for players, you're going to take extra time. The impact of players off the bench is going to be huge. So I think Garrett in the back of his mind still will say, I'll get these lads on towards the end of the game if it's tied, or obviously if they're chasing the game, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
I think that's what he'd be thinking.
I do feel like the wing backs and us with players wide, I think especially if we can start getting the left side going.
He may play Saka at left wing back, which is obviously something you mentioned.
Well, the thing about it is, it would be a shame. You know what I mean? I mentioned it. It kind of came on top a little bit, but I mentioned it because our manager saw fit not to bring a backup to Luke Shaw, and it was something that I mentioned as a solution. So Saka mentioned that it's not something that he wanted to do, but he
But
obviously-
the Arsenal fans got onto you for it, didn't they?
Yeah, but the thing, I'm not bothered about what they're saying. The fact is that I put a question to everybody about, well, now that we haven't got a backup left back, we've got somebody who's played there. So then you ask the question. People can do that, Gail. I'm not really fussed about that. The thing is, I'm more talking about getting that left side going. So if it's Luke Shaw, and we can, and he can do it, then that's fine. If now Gareth says he's going to play Saka there, then hopefully that will get it going. The main thing,
And you know, he'd
get the team back.
actually be okay at wing back.
He'd be okay.
He'd be okay.
Well, in the end, he ended up there. He ended up right wing back as well at one stage, didn't he? So you play where you get to play. But what I'm more concerned about is the fact that our manager didn't can bring her back up, which is just crazy. And so that's why that might have to happen. But I'm just pleased that something might change, Gal, because like you rightly say, Jill, something has to change. Because we've got to where we are, and I'm really happy about it. I'm not going to be down on the guys. Went back to England, in the airport, everybody I'm meeting, the driver, everybody's talking about, oh, we're not doing well, oh, it's not going great. I said, we're still in it, and we're still not started properly.
Yeah.
You know, and we've shown that we've got players who can pull it out the fire. All we need now is to...
Can you tell me something? When was the last time England put 2 or 3 or 4 good performances together? I'm going back over the last few years.
Yeah. It's a long time.
No, but did people think over the last few weeks England were going to turn up and play this free-flowing football? I know the performance have to be... But what were people expecting?
I think
I was expecting better than this.
Better individual.
Yeah, but I go back to it. But still, after the game the other night, you should rather be in the English dressing room when you've won a game.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So we spoke about Austria the last few weeks. Going, hey, and Austria are gone.
Thank you very
so
much,
I still go back to it. Don't get too arrogant and getting obsessed with performances. You have to get results.
Right, I mean, to be honest with you, right, honestly, the position we're in, to play Switzerland in a quarter-final and Turkey or Holland, this Holland team in a semi, I'd be going, what a chance.
Yeah.
And I'm not creating sort of a yesteryear story about we were unlucky and all that, because we made our own luck and didn't make our own luck. We never got a team like this in the quarter-finals.
Iceland knocked you out.
I'm talking about when I played, Roy, with the golden generation. We got Portugal's and Argentina's. You know, when we
I
had
like the way you call yourself the golden generation.
we were golden.
Golden nuggets. Yeah. Sorry.
Chicken nuggets.
Golden
No,
nugget.
let's keep it serious.
We always had tough draws. Portugal, Argentina. It's like, any chance?
Gal, I think
Any chance of giving us like a Slovenia or a...
That's got to give them confidence,
you
though.
played Switzerland in group matches, and they were tough games for you.
Oh, no, I'm not saying we didn't have tough games. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in the quarter-final of a tournament. Now, Switzerland are in a good side.
Yeah.
But you'd snap your hand off if you were giving Switzerland in the quarter-final of a tournament.
Yeah. I'm not
My
disagreeing
point
with
is
that.
now the chance we have is unbelievable.
I think we can make that final. And
I
you
do.
don't care. If England go on to win this, you're not going to look back and go, oh, but they didn't play well in that second
the
group
thing.
game, third
No.
group
This
game.
is what we
No
got.
one remembers who played.
my point.
Just got that
But this is
medal,
why-
that trophy.
That's my
This is why
point.
with the losses and the way that everybody's like gone off and really went, like even I thought like even the other day when we was doing the game, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to try and step back from this because I'm trying to keep my head clear to see if I could find something. And you know what I could find? The only thing I could find is the fact that we're still in it at the moment and we've got 2 players who've pulled it out for us. We've got someone to come off the bench in Ivan Toney who's headed the ball back into an area where please somebody be on it, and Harry Kane was. And so you have to say, you know what, I'm going to take all that and now all that's I'm going to lodge that back there and then
Listen to
let's
what you're
go
saying.
forward.
Said, the only thing I could find is, you said, the only thing I could find is that we're still in it.
Yeah,
Fucking exactly.
exactly.
But imagine when there's another side to this. Imagine if you played really well and you got knocked out, you'd be sitting there going, hey, it's no good that.
I
It's
know.
about getting over the line. And the Italians would have done it, the French would have done it, but when England do it, there's a bit of arrogance to going, what were you expecting? England have some brilliant attacking players who got them out of jail.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought would happen at the start of the tournament. I never
I'm
thought for one.
not bothered about how
I know,
how we
I
got
never
in
thought
now.
for once
I'm
before
not
this
worried about
tournament
how we got
started,
in now.
England would be playing like Spain, you'd be sitting back going,
Yes.
hey, this... Well, again, I go back. When was the last time you saw England playing where you go, hey, tell you what,
I'm pleased.
These are at it.
I'm happy
It's been
where
a
we are.
struggle, but that struggle is fine when you've got match winners in your
Yes.
team. We've all been there. We've all played in teams. You go, they got us over the line in these games. And if England get to the semi-final or the final and it's ugly, there'll be nobody complaining.
Will they get to the final?
I think they'll beat
Yes.
Switzerland, yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll beat Netherlands.
Yeah, but
and
you
they'll
won't be
in the
jumping around like the
final.
last two. You know, you'll be mature this time, won't you?
It's not a case of that.
Oh,
no, childish.
It's 85
You
seconds.
would have been
Oh, it
jumping
doesn't
around.
matter.
I'm getting ready. I'm
Roy.
writing in a bit. I'm trying
So
to think what am I
Ronaldo
going to say.
and Bellingham are okay to show emotions, but we're not.
Yes. Nice one, Gal. You know the thing with it is, Gal?
Yes, we've
The
got
funny
one
thing
over
is
on
that
Roy,
I was
yeah.
like, I was there. and I-
Professional. You're supposed to be. You weren't even watching the fucking
What do you
game.
mean? Because I was getting
You
ready.
were texting somebody.
I wasn't texting.
I'm
I
going
was
for an
writing
interview
down.
tonight. You were trying to sort of.
I was writing my
notes.
notes. I was trying to write down how am I gonna say this now because it's gonna come on top.
You never celebrated like when you played for England. That's the bit I'm confused
Yes, I did.
about. You never
Yes, I
said.
did.
Yeah, maybe you did. He didn't.
Roy, I did.
No, you didn't.
In Euro 96, I mean, big tournaments.
Yeah,
I didn't
remember that one you
celebrate.
crossed? Shearer scored. They're all celebrating. You're running away by yourself. I watched it.
Yeah,
I
but we know that
remember.
Gary can get going. We saw him against Liverpool. It's one of the best celebrations I've ever
Remember my
seen.
celebration, right?
On his own.
Seriously, the other day.
Oh, you're allowed to show your emotions.
Roy,
Sorry.
within 80 seconds of where we were at, as Wrighty's just said, it was scary, it was frightening.
scary.
Yeah.
The idea that we were going to have to go and essentially say that Gareth Southgate's England career is over.
But did it happen?
That's
Yeah, but-
all.
All right, did it happen?
I know it didn't happen. That's why we celebrated with relief.
What do
no,
you
Bill,
mean?
We were going to have to go on
We
television
were
and say,
getting-
that's it,
Thank
he's
you.
done.
Thank
It's like,
you.
oh my God, that
Have
was
some
like...
faith. Have some faith in your team, in your country.
I thought we were going to score, though. I really did.
Remember me
Gary
saying-
said you
remember
did
me
say it,
saying-
Gal. You said
I
it.
said-
We're
said they were going to win.
I said, we're not
You're
going home.
Einstein.
We're not
We're
going
not
home.
going home.
We was in the room.
What did I
and
say
Gary
before the
said that.
game? England would win. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter how you win.
Yeah,
That's my
but
whole
with 2
point.
minutes left, did you still
Oh,
think it?
You know
teams
what?
that never scored in the last minute, Jill. Is this
No,
a new thing?
No, I know, but did you still
but-
believe it?
Absolutely.
England were gonna
Was
score?
I sitting there going, England will get through?
You know what?
Absolutely.
The thing is,
Of
as well,
course.
is the manner in which it came about. You know, obviously, I was doing, and for him to score that overhead kick like that, we saw it. Like, of course, because I just turned around and caught Gary, and we was.
And I get that, but it was a bit after the show, and we're not going home. Yeah.
Who's saying we're not going? We never said that.
He was.
Gary, was you saying we're not going home?
I did, yeah. No, I just went, we're not going home.
Why
It wasn't-
can't-
It wasn't, we're not going home. It wasn't that. It
Yeah,
wasn't
but Gal, you know what? You know what's really annoying about the whole thing is that when England fans, I know we annoy people in that, but when we get joy because our team's giving it to us, even if it's like first shot in 85, when 85 seconds to go, we get joy, and the world say, "Oh, look at them! Oh, they're so lucky." Why can't we have some joy with our team scoring
Yeah.
with 85 seconds to go?
That was a monumental
Jesus
moment. An
Christ.
overhead kick in the last minute, 95th
Those
minute.
things don't
to stay in
happen
the
to
tournament.
us.
Yeah, but two of you were like jumping in each other's arms.
Oh my God.
It's silly.
I was
Anyway,
at a
listen,
family barbecue.
listen,
There was glass
I take it all back. Go
smashing
for
and
it.
everything.
You take it.
I take it all back.
Thank you.
Go for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now here's a chance to win a massive jackpot with our ITV Picks competition. It's easy to enter. You can download the ITV Picks app or go to itv.com/picks and make your picks from the selected matches. Entries are free and you must be 18 or over to enter. The app is available on iOS and Android devices and you can only enter once per match. Entries close at kick-off.
I've just put his tea in mine.
Oh,
Ugh.
Oh, you're mixing.
Jill.
You're mixing.
Yeah.
What have we got? What's
Jill,
happening?
ITV Picks, right? I need to just explain to you that a woman from Coventry,
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Joanne Gordon,
Joanne Gordon.
won £250,000 on
Is it?
ITV Picks. However, this is what she actually did.
Is this 100% right?
100% right.
Is she related to Anthony Gordon?
Take your time now.
Right. To get it right, she had to name the full-time score, the half-time score. Here we go.
Get it, because we want to get it bang.
I know your memory's gone.
Yeah, but
His
them
memory's
first,
gone a
them
bit.
first two predictions are okay. A lot of people might would have got that right.
What would I got right?
They like
Half
score at
time.
half time and the full time score.
No.
Right.
No, they wouldn't
I
know.
said
Righty,
3-1.
of course.
Go on, Gal.
Right. So this is what she had to get right, Joanne, to win £250,000 on ITV Picks. Full-time score,
Yeah.
half-time score, first goal scorer, the first card of the game, and who got it?
No.
Wait a minute, Jill.
No. The total corners in the game. Was there a penalty in the game? And the first minute, the minute of the first goal.
No. She got all that right.
Everyone right.
That is
And
amazing.
you say women know nothing.
I'm not joking. I'm saying, I want a picture of her. I need to know what she
my
looks
God.
like.
The minute of the goal is and the corners.
Oh, the minute they got the corners is unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
Aligned with all those.
First goal score, you can obviously take obviously in the score you can get, but then ones.
Not all together.
Yeah, I know that.
£250,000.
But then, Roy, to get the first goal scorer and you're an English person, you're probably going to go with Harry Kane, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be shrunk.
Not Schrantz. You know what I mean? She's setting up Shrants. I just really wish
my
I could have been
God.
there. But that is like.
So anyway,
it's amazing.
That is amazing.
Is she here? Is she going to come out? No.
no. Oh,
Yeah, she's
no.
gonna come out.
So this week, our ITV pick section is on England's score against Switzerland in the European
difficult.
Championships quarter-final.
Right.
Just up to
Just to
90
score.
minutes.
Just to 90 minutes. We can obviously, if we want to, say England winning extra time if we feel like it's going to be a draw or something, but it's the 90
One,
minutes.
who's gone first?
We got the score right, by the way, you know.
We did?
Yeah, we did. Do I win quarter of a
We said
million
1-1.
pound?
No, we said 2-0. We said 2-0.
2-0, yeah. So
I'm sure we got one
so
right.
Go on.
I said 2-1.
Was it the game before?
I had
We went
2-1. I had 2-1.
They had
England.
2-1, we had
I had
2-0.
2-1.
Okay.
Well, you go first.
We won.
Did you?
Yeah, we got 2-1, didn't we? Yeah.
No, it's in 90
No, I mean
minutes.
in the sweep. I had
There's the
2-1 in
voice
sweep.
again, the voice of
I
doom,
don't know
Ben.
why. I'm thinking 2-2.
You-
I don't know why. I think they'll score.
You know
Obviously,
something?
and I
I'm
think
actually
we'll
no. I'm
We
going.
worked that
That's
out.
not far away, that.
No. I was going to say 3-2 to us.
Really?
Because I think they'll score a couple. But I think that
I'll go 2-2 with Jill.
Yeah.
and we'll win
we
it.
going to penalties.
We'll win in extra time or penalties, yeah.
Do you know what I think
No, I
they
think
do
we're beating-
well?
no, we're
Forward
beating straight up.
runs. I think they've got a lot of forward runs off the ball. I think they'll cause our back three if it's a back
You
three.
know what
a
I
bit of a
saw
problem.
with them?
Their front players will cause us
They
problems.
cause us
Yeah.
problems, but then their defence drops in, and depending on who we play just in that space behind, because I believe Phil and Saka and Ben, I think that this is the time. I think this is where we can cause them
Well,
problems.
he's already said that England are going to go through. So what score they're going to win by?
I got 2-1.
2-1 again. It's the most popular score.
2-1 after 90 minutes.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be.
This is for 90 minutes, isn't it? So
90 minutes.
Yeah.
2-1 after 90 minutes. We're 2-2, and then we're going England winning after extra time.
So we're going 2-1 again.
Yeah, I don't think
I
it'll
think
go
there's
to
more goals,
penalties. I
man.
think we'll get a goal.
I'll
in
go
extra
2-1.
time.
I'll go 2-1 because that'll be just as exciting.
What
Right.
are them sausage sandwiches?
Yeah. How do you want me to get this over to you, Jill?
No, I don't want one. I was just. Go on then.
Go on.
Go on, Jill.
What's up, Jill? You not like the look of it? You don't like the look of that sausage, Jill?
don't know.
I don't want one, thanks.
Right?
Jill, put it down. What's wrong
I'm
with
fine.
you?
Hell, Jill.
Jill's in that mood. She's like that in the car on the way over.
What? Picking up sausages?
No, what we were talking.
Sorry about that.
Right. Sorry, ITV.
I didn't travel with them, by the way. Disclaimer.
I was in the car by myself.
Production meeting. Right. Has this been a good tournament? Justin, though, obviously we love football, don't we? And we think that, you know, we want to see great games, but it's not been the best tournament we've probably done, has it? In terms of, this is the fourth I've done on television. I wouldn't say the football so far has come alive. It's not been like, oh my God, what a game.
Really good
There's not been a
game,
lot
yeah.
of them,
You
has
know
there?
what we've missed? We've not gone to any games, have we?
In the stadium.
Yeah,
think so.
you miss going to a live
Yeah.
game. We've done a few in the world.
That says that, actually. It says
Oh, you
how
miss-
long do you spend in
You
you
know
miss
something?
going to a live
Yeah,
game.
you see some of them games, like you see the Turkey games, some
You get a
Georgia
feel
game.
for it.
You
Yeah.
probably get the feel because we're doing it here. You don't get the feel because
Yeah.
you can feel it. That it's probably when you're there. It's probably
Smell
a good
it,
game,
can't
and
you?
I think that we, unfortunately, because we're doing it from outside the studio, we're not getting that.
Yeah.
We're not getting that.
Are you all working
miss
the
it.
quarter final? I thought they might have changed it up a bit.
Hopefully, I don't know.
We don't do the quarter-final.
Not you're talking about England game?
Yeah,
we don't do it.
England game.
No.
No.
Oh,
no,
you know.
no.
Well, why don't you come to the game with me? I've got 3
We've got to do a
tickets.
game
Have you
for
got
the same.
tickets, Jill?
Yeah.
There's other
How
games
far
on the
is it
same
from
day.
here, Jill?
Yeah.
It's a 5.5-hour car
Jill, I'll see
journey.
you when you get back, Jill. I love England, but I ain't going 5.5. No chance.
Roy's suddenly like, I'm washing my hair.
You can.
He's washing his hair.
Roy, you gonna go?
I can't.
Why can't? What do
I'm not
you mean
going.
I can go?
So you're doing Friday
First of all, I'm
game.
Irish anyway. Look on.
I'm doing the Germany game. I'm doing Germany-Spain.
Oh, you've all
But
got
you like going to a
excuses
game?
No,
now.
I like
Germany,
it, but
Spain.
not 5.5 hours.
So on Saturday,
But we've the podcast, don't we?
on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you think I want to travel all that way, get back?
No, I didn't realise. I forgot about Sunday.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to be back 2 in the morning. Can we push it back?
You won't be back. At
No, we're not pushing it
Be
back.
later than that.
Okay. I'll be
The
here.
game finishes at 7:38.
Might go to extra time, pens, traffic.
Oh, God, he's all the, like, glass half empty. We're winner, jump in the car, fly back, fresh for stick to football.
I like
What
that.
would you be like if England won? Can you imagine what you'd be like in the
Oh,
studio?
buzzer.
Nightmare.
Imagine what England will be like
Oh.
if we
Not
win.
worry about it, the two of you. Crying.
You know what?
You'll be
No.
crying. You will definitely be crying. 100%.
I think I would
don't
actually
know.
get. I think I'd get
It depends
emotional.
yeah.
I'd get emotional. I think for the first time in my, I never cried at a football match, right? I think I'd get emotional if England won a tournament.
You not cry when I left United?
Yeah, we're happy
Sure,
for you.
yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Wasn't going to be sad, was it?
You know what? It would be,
I'd hay fever though.
I would like. You know why I probably would cry? If it happens for Gary, that would get me.
I just think generally for the players and what it'll mean, it's, if they won a tournament, it's the one thing that
Yeah, but would you think you'd actually cry?
Best feeling
I
in
think
the
I
world.
would get emotional.
I'd be emotional, I think.
I think if we
Especially
won, yeah.
Again, I said with Gareth, I remember someone sent me a picture the other day when we was at Palace, and you know when you do the team photo, and you've got the youth team with it. Gareth was sitting in front of me. You know what I mean? And look where he's gone to. Look where he's reached. I'd love him to do that. So you know what I mean? It would just make me feel really good to see him do that.
I'd
Of course
get
I'd
another
cry.
tattoo, I think. I'd just end up with all these tattoos.
What would you get up?
I think I'd get the date or something if they won. It's special, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is special.
I think it would be special. The impact it would have on football in our country and just generally people's moods and.
You think?
Grassroots.
Right, don't speak
Well,
down.
you
Don't
would-
punch down
would
on
you
that
be
on
happy
grass.
No,
if
if they win,
England
if they
won?
win, they deserve to win.
Would you be happy?
I never begrudge. When we do the TV, we have to praise Man City. If a team wins something, you have to give them credit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you see him when we were
I'd
celebrating?
be emigrating.
They didn't look very
It
happy,
only,
did they?
it only stayed on YouTube.
I would be emigrating, obviously, if they win it. Probably Melbourne, Sydney.
It only stayed on YouTube
You know
on
something?
on the telly.
He
I
was
don't
in
know
the
where he
background.
was.
He was in the background
Can I-
like,
can I
a
just-
like a block of concrete.
When you look at
I wasn't upset. The scrubs upset to me. These two were behaving,
sure.
hugging each other. We're
You know
not
something?
going home.
It would be the
Oh my
way
God.
this tournament's gone up to this point, and it's a good question.
I think the football's been good. I've enjoyed the game.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think
the football's been
it's
good.
been okay, but like I think the ways, if they could do it off of the back of, it would be an amazing story.
Yeah.
It'd be an amazing
To win
story.
it in Germany as well, I think. Just sort of,
Oh, here we go. To do it in the rain. Do it in the sun.
Semi-final.
Germany.
Final.
no, but the history we've had with Germany and matches and sort of like being knocked out by them and the
Yeah.
1966 was Germany and just.
But that
And
was
beat
like
Germany in the final, beat them 4-2. Bobby, Jackie, Geordies.
The next question: Would you have rather won the Euros with your country, or a Premier League title with your club?
Both of them. What's
Bizarre question.
So I'm going to start with that one. I would swap a Premier League title for
because you got
for Euros.
Go
Yeah,
on.
You got
of course you would. Would you give them all up?
No.
Gal, you can't. You know what? It's not a great question. With all due respect, because you want to win all of those.
It's a great question because you can't answer it.
You can answer
Yeah.
it
It puts
because
you
I want to win them
it puts
both.
you in a comfortable position.
No, you can't. If you're playing for, you want to win them both. You want to win everything. You can't say, oh, you know what? I'll win the Euros instead of the Premier League. You want to win them both.
I must admit, winning a tournament for England, I do think is the one missing thing from my career.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the one thing that I look at and think,
That's what. Yeah.
But you know, Guy, listen, we
I
all
know.
look back in our career.
It's not regret.
Yeah, I know that, yeah. But we're all missing something. There's only a few players who are fortunate enough to win all the big
It's not meant
prizes.
for everyone, bro.
Hey, we could sit here all day and talk
You've
about
got it. You've done
trophies
it.
you missed out on.
Yeah, but I'm saying for you to have done like the Champions League and
No, but-
obviously winning for England, was
winning that trophy
yeah.
at Wembley,
yeah.
that's a game changer.
That's,
That.
yeah, it's a life changer.
You think about the impact that's
Would you be here now?
What was
stage
you-
football?
no,
Like
no.
your TV stuff, was all
No,
from
probably
England?
yeah, definitely. I think that's why I'm just so grateful, really, and I think obviously the team and everything else. But for me, it was just honestly, I wake up and I just thank my lucky stars so much that like my last game for England was that game, and it was always going to be that game.
You know what I love about that as well,
That's
Joe?
a
I
dream,
watched
that,
you.
isn't it?
That's amazing.
I watched you
That's
do your
amazing.
last box to box.
Yeah.
When Jill done so Jill, tell them the story, Jill, about you doing your box to. How many times you done
well,
them
obviously I
box-to-boxes?
was known as a box-to-box midfielder, and then when we won, Roy's going to think this story's so pathetic.
I won't.
But
No, you won't.
basically,
Absolutely
when
not.
he was known as box-to-box midfielder as well.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
girl.
Well, he.
Go on, Jill, tell the story.
But basically, when we won the Euros and I put my medal on, I think I grabbed Lotta,
Yeah.
Ruben Moy, and I said, can we just do one last box-to-box run at Wembley? So I did a run with them.
That's
Cool.
nice.
With your last ever one.
Last
How
ever
many of them would you
box-to-box.
say you've done in your career? Millions.
Yeah, a lot.
That must have been a
I
beautiful
was
run.
the runner. I used to run hard and then give the ball to the likes
Jill,
of
you're-
Kaz Khan
it's
and
just
Farah.
difficult. You're all doing great because you get criticised as much as anybody, you know.
Oh
what I
my
mean?
God, more.
Absolutely brilliant.
More the
Well done.
women. It's crazy. We was talking about the players and the volume of stuff that comes with the players, but what you can see, these women get is abhorrent. and they do so well. I'm so pleased for them.
I love that it's better now, though. Like, honestly, the amount of people that come up to us, and there's just so many, like, the girls don't get told that they can't play, and it seems something so little, but I love that it's just in a better place. And
it's beautiful.
yes, I'm very lucky to be sat here with you guys in Berlin, having a sausage sandwich.
And wine and beer.
You deserve it.
You do, Jill.
Absolutely. And it's not on here, but Mary Earps leaving United. I thought
Yeah.
that was big, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was big for United.
But it was on the cards for the last 3 months.
Yeah, it's been on the cards, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but you
No,
look at United.
United want to keep her. They would have wanted to have kept that.
Do United not pay? Like,
I think it
because
would
a
have
few
been
have left,
money.
haven't it? Sorry?
I think it would have been a money element.
course it would have been.
I'm sure. But
Because
yeah.
a few have left over last year too.
Yeah, they have lost some big players really, but yeah, I think she wants a new challenge, and yeah, but for United it's a massive
Yeah, but
loss.
then you look at Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in, and you know, like they've just built a.
But they're not great messages, that are they? If players are leaving.
No.
Like.
No, it's not good messages. And the thing is, top players as well. But then when you got them coming in, and the women's team at Man United, it's important to the fans. And like for them to come in, they built a beautiful training facility for the women, and they've taken them out of it, put them in porta cabins, and the guys are using it.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean? And then him saying, listen, my priority is with the first team. You know, I totally understand it from a business point of view. But these women have to.
It's not a good message, is it?
It's a terrible message. You look what's happening with Reading, you look what's happening with Blackburn.
Yeah.
You know what's happening with the people. This is the problem. What I've got with the women's game and what's going on now, guys, that everybody looks at stuff like Wembley for Arsenal for Chelsea, big games, Champions League games, the Women's World Cup, and things like that's happening.
They need the teams underneath.
Absolutely.
They need competition. But that's going to be ongoing, isn't it? There's no quick fix
Yeah.
to that
We
stuff.
can't
I think
ignore it.
sometimes it seems so many steps forward and then
Jill,
steps
again,
back.
we look at that
but-
United. What does it come down to? Go back to it. Money.
Money,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
Money.
But
Give
when
that
it
back
seems
in.
something that's so fixable and solvable, and hopefully these stories getting out there, hopefully they will.
I'm saying about reparations for women's game. Remember, it's 50 years they stopped the women's game for just because. There should be, somewhere along the line, reparations should be put in place for women's game, and that's like some of the transfer money. The FA done it. The FA done it. There should be something put in place.
Just to give us context, obviously, because let's say you believe the sort of reported numbers on the first team at United of, say, Casemiro's on 20 million a year. What would Mary Earps' wage likely to have been at United, and what would it
Probably
be?
$500,000 max.
What would it be that?
No, they've been less than that.
Less than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well
What was-
less than that.
For contract, right?
Yeah.
Should we do that?
I'm totally guessing, but I'd probably say
250?
less.
Jesus.
150 maybe.
You know the
Totally
Blackburn
guessing.
players
She'd
are
been
just-
on 150, and what would she have got? What would she have wanted to stay in monetary terms, and what would she have gone to PSG
Well, I think
for?
she's one of the best players in the women's game. I think it's reported that the best players in the women's game, a handful of them, probably hitting 350. So
So
yeah,
she's left over 200 grand, basically.
probably. But this is totally me just
Yeah,
guessing.
okay.
But
It's just
yeah,
giving context.
yeah.
I don't generally know the exact wages of each player.
But obviously, I'm not saying it was just a money point of view. I know Mary
Okay.
very well, and she'll have wanted a new challenge. But at the same time, in any job,
gotta
to
look
double
after
your
herself.
money,
Yeah.
it's a short career.
Especially.
That is the
Selfish.
end of Stick to Football.
9 hours long, that was.
Wow. We should have done it for charity, like a marathon.
That's the end of Stick to Football.
England have won the quarter-final. We've been here 4 days.